to speak the truth to power. Life's not that long, just a few short hours. So make each minute count, make every second matter. Just give me one more day to get it right. I need just one more day.
Transplant Talk with Nyshonda, Thursday, 7 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. That means we are one more closer to thank God it's Friday. Okay, and I, for one, can't wait to get to Friday. All right, Friday is what I'm going to call it because, y'all, I'm over it. I'm over this week. I'm over this week already. Okay, but y'all not watching for me to rant. You know, right now we are here to talk about the business of organ donation. Hi, Miss Ellis. How you doing, my friend? We are here to talk about the business of organ donation. And you hear that Transplant Talk with Nyshonda is still in the business of bringing awareness to organ donation. So I'm just changing my little background so that everybody can see me. So again, today is Thursday. Again, it's Thankful Thursday, and I am grateful for anyone that's an organ, a living donor, or anyone that has said, yes, I will register to become an organ donor. Thank you all so much for your willingness to become a hero and help save and change someone's life. Hey, Mama. Hey, y'all. So we are honored to have a two-time kidney. No, I'm sorry. She is a kidney recipient, and she's a kidney recipient, a recent one, and she's also a heart recipient, and she has another one in there as well. So she let me know she's a three-time organ recipient. Okay, and so we're gonna speak with her today. You all saw her post when she was going to receive this transplant. And as always, I absolutely love my friends that are also my guests that will let me know what is going on. So whenever I get that call and say, hey, Nyshonda, it's that time, we're going to get this transplant, I'm always excited and I'm happy and I'm prayerful that the organ does not reject, right? And so that is our hope and our prayer that anyone that is able to receive a transplant will have a successful one. And so as always, you know, I have to ask, where's everyone from? Where is everyone from? Where are you from? Let me know. Where are you from? What state, what city are you representing? And also, if you have any questions for our guest today, please, please, please let us know. If you have any questions for our guest today, please let us know. And if you are interested and you're saying, now, I've heard Nyshonda talk about organ donation and becoming an organ donor for a while. I have friends that will message me and say, hey, Nyshonda, I became an organ donor. It was time to renew my driver's license, and I became an organ donor because of you, or at least I put it on my driver's license. How can you be upset with that? You know, so I am super excited about that opportunity that people are receiving all right now. And we are all the way from Pennsylvania, all the way. And we still praying for you, my friend, that you get your kidney transplant. And of course, my parents are in Tallahassee, Florida. They just recently moved back to Tallahassee. So my guest today is the beautiful, the talented, the wonderful Thelma, also a retired teacher, Miss Thelma Warner, out of the ATL. I had to have her on the show when she was going live and letting everybody know what was happening in her experience with getting her kidney. Now, her story is a little different because she got a special kind of kidney. And we're going to talk about that. So if you think about it, if there's an opportunity for you to have a life-saving transplant and live longer, would you receive a hepatitis C kidney? Would you do that? Would you do that? And my guest today did. I'm not going to tell all the story because she has to be the one to tell you why and how she made this decision. And another person, Miss Tanisha, saying yes, absolutely she would, take that opportunity. And so Miss Thelma is going to tell us why she said yes to receiving a hepatitis C kidney. And for those of you that don't know what that means, we are going to talk on it. We're going to speak about it today. So of course I have to bring her in style and give her red carpet intro. Stay right there. All right, everybody. She's here. Look at her. She's just beautiful.
Good evening. Good evening. It's always a pleasure to see you, Nashonda.
I'm so happy you're here. I am so
very happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. One, you are alive. You got another life-saving transplant.
Exactly, and I am ecstatic.
And listen, guys, if you want to see a positive person in the midst of the storm and the rain, it's her. It's her. And if she's having a bad day, you don't see it. You do not see it, So this is Miss Thelma Warner, all the way from Atlanta. And I promise you guys, she has always had a positive attitude, even when she doesn't know what is happening and what is going on. Her positive attitude just it just greets you. Even when she smiles, you're like, man, she is so positive. How am I going to be upset? Because I'm feeling so bad. Like, oh my God, I just really wish my friend somebody would just give her a kidney. Somebody, please give her a kidney. And then boom, this year, right? This year,
May 13th, Friday, May 13th.
Come on. We cannot be upset with this. And so far, I've had Gretchen, Anton, Rico, and Mr. Willie will be on the show next month.
All right,
and she's number 5. Like, she is all of this year, all of 2022. This is happening. This is wonderful. So, Miss Thelma, so I can hush. You tell everybody how you started on this journey. Just give them a little recap, just in case they don't remember.
Well, as you all well know, I am a heart recipient. As of 2017, I received a heart because I had congestive heart failure. 2019, they told me I had my new heart, the valve was leaking. So I had to have a tricuspid valve done. Well, when I had my heart surgery, they told me I had an acute kidney injury during surgery. So I was put on dialysis, but a year later, my kidneys came back. But when I had my surgery for my tricuspid valve, that was the end of everything. Okay. I had no urine passing, couldn't pass urine. That was the end of my kidneys there. So I was back on dialysis again, and I stayed on dialysis, and I kept advocating for myself and others, always not just for me, because God says to give, and help others. So we're all like a family.
Absolutely.
And we're all after the same thing, but I will share your post as well as share my own.
Absolutely.
There's no need to be selfish in this game, because what's meant for you, God's going to give to you.
Absolutely.
So, and I try to keep people positive, because with my heart surgery, I saw a lot of patients. after I had my heart surgery, I was walking through the hospital and greeting other heart patients, not necessarily transplant patients, but people in there for different surgeries. Some people didn't have people to visit them, just to kind of give them a little hope. And a lot of people are, you can't dwell in your illness because you can't get better if you dwell in your illness. So you have to get up, be a soldier, and
Come
do
on.
something about it.
Come on.
Okay. So
Okay.
my way of doing something about it was to always stay positive and try to give a good word to anybody who was willing to listen. And even those that weren't willing to listen, try to show them that there is another way to deal with your illness. It's how you decide you want to handle it.
Come on.
You can dwell in it and be miserable. Or you can get up and do something about it and start helping others. And through helping others, you forget about where you are in a way.
Come on.
It takes your mind off of what you're exactly going through. And then know that you're not the only one. And there are others going through much worse.
What you say?
You are.
What
I'm a very faithful person. God has been by my side through everything, because by all means, I really shouldn't be here.
Come on.
I've had brain surgery. I've had lung surgery. That almost took me out of here.
Oh, wow.
And I remember seeing the light, and I remember getting close to the fire. And I really need to be writing a book about that as soon as I can get my mind settled. But right now, I'm just trying to focus on my recovery.
Okay.
And that's why you haven't seen me in a while, because I've given so much. But I had to think about, okay, Thelma, you just got this kidney. You have complications with everything. And I do. So it's time to try to stop a minute, and not knowing exactly what was going on with me. But I knew from the get that there was going to be complications.
Okay.
So anyway, I ended up with a kidney because I decided to take a Hep C kidney. Now, before I decided to take a Hep C kidney, I asked questions. Always ask questions. Okay. So I talked with my doctor, and my doctor said, Ms. Warner, at your age, if somebody offers you a Hep C kidney, take it. I said, okay. He said, if you were much younger, in your 40s or something, I'm 67, I don't mind telling my age.
Okay.
I'm 68 in February. He said, I would tell you maybe no, or you would, give you a decided fact. I still could have said no, but they have a cure for kidney. For Hep C.
Right.
And it's in the form of 3 pills a day for 12 weeks, and it's called Mayret.
All right, y'all got that right.
M-A-Y, I think it's M-A-Y-R-E-T. And I took that. For, as a matter of fact, I took it for 12 weeks, and the weeks went by so fast. The doctor told me that when I went back to UAB, he says, on the 16th of July, you need to stop taking your Mayret. I said, oh, wow, has that much time passed? He said, yeah. So I'm done with the Mayret. Okay. So if there wasn't a cure, I might have questioned it a little bit more. But another thing was, when I went to, I had a call from Mayo Clinic. That was one of my first calls in Jacksonville, right where you are.
Right here.
And a doctor there told me that this is a Hep C kidney. I said, okay. And then he says, I said, would you accept the Hep C? He said, oh, I love Hep C kidneys. I looked at him. I said, you love Hep C kidneys? Why? He said, most Hep C kidneys are young people. And as sad as it is, they're usually young people that overdose. Or have, aneurysm, strokes, or whatever, So he says, the likelihood of that kidney lasting longer is better.
Okay.
So after talking to both doctors, I said, okay, and considering how, my antibodies and everything, I knew that I was going to be a hard match.
Okay.
Especially because I had the heart surgery and I've had transfusions like crazy.
Okay.
I've had, especially during my tricuspid valve surgery, and afterwards, because after they released me from the hospital a week later, I had to come back because I couldn't breathe, and that's when they had to do the lung surgery.
Okay. Can you explain that surgery, the third?
The tricuspid valve. That's where they had to replace the valve in my heart because my valve was doing but it was not closing all the way, and blood was seeping. So what ended up happening was they had to give me. They could have given me a pig valve, or they could have given me a cow valve. Well, they gave me the cow valve.
Okay.
So you see, the pig is good for some of everything.
They good to eat.
Cow help too. So
Right.
but and you know, a lot of people say, would you accept a pig kidney? Yes, I would. You know, especially when they perfect it. They're running tests now trying to make sure that you don't reject.
Right.
You know, and you know that person did pass, but that was history. They did make history, you know. So I just, you know, I believe that anything technology wise, I'm going to follow it. And if given the choice and I still didn't have one, yes, I would take a pig kidney.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Well, that's interesting.
But you know, at my age, I'm desperate to get any kidney because I want to live the rest of my life in bliss,
Right.
in happiness,
Absolutely.
you know, and do some of the things that I really like to do and want to do.
And
so
you deserve it.
You say, well,
deserve it. You have been through a lot, and I'm trusting God and believing that your ladder will be greater.
Well, right now, my kidney is not doing as well as they want it to do.
Okay.
But it's not rejecting.
Right.
So that's a good thing. But my creatinine levels stay between 3, 4, and 2 something.
Okay.
And the last time I took it was 2.70.
Okay.
So it goes up and down, but with me there are complications and things happen a little slower for me.
Okay.
But I am urinating like crazy. I feel
it's working.
good.
Okay, it's working.
Right, it's working.
Uh-huh.
So right now I'm pretty pleased at the progress that I'm making because see, when I first had my lung surgery, my kidney surgery, the same thing that happened to me then happened to me when I got my heart. Let me explain to you what I mean.
Okay.
My legs swole up that big.
Oh,
my
wow.
feet swole up. I was heavy. I couldn't even wear my own clothes. I had to get 2 sizes larger. I was retaining so much fluid. And the reason being is because I've been cut so much, fluid can seep in and out through everything. And it was the most uncomfortable feeling because I could hardly walk. And then my stomach always felt like it was about to pop.
Okay.
So a lot of fluid. But amazingly, after they kept me in treatment for a while, and of course, I always stay longer than everybody else in the hospital. I had to go back. They eventually got all the fluid off.
Okay.
Just like they did with my heart. I told them, I said, you know what? The same thing happened to me with my heart.
Wow.
So I was kind of used to it. I kind of expected it.
Okay.
But I didn't let that get me down. Because I said, I'm fighting this thing. I said, I have a kidney, and I'm going to do the best to keep that kidney safe and sound, and just pray that God will let the kidney give me back what I'm giving it.
Absolutely. So let's go back to that day where you got the call for this kidney. Go ahead, just share with the audience what happened on that day.
Well, I was in Alabama visiting my girlfriend. Had done this show. I'm into collectibles, so I do collectible shows.
Okay.
And I had gotten a call on the way there, and I think Mayo called at the same time. And when we got back, we went to Mayo and came back. But when at Mayo, as soon as they hooked me up with the IV and everything, they found out the kidney was no good.
Okay.
So we had to drive on back to Alabama. Well, I was still in Alabama, and I got this call from UAB. Well, I had gotten a call before on the way there, but somebody else had gotten that. Oh no, they said that kidney was no good. So then this was about a week or so later, and I got another call, and they said, Miss Warner, we need you down here. Get here as quick as you can. And I said, okay. I said, is this kidney okay? Is this kidney? They said, it's a Hep C kidney. You said you would accept the Hep C kidney. I said, yes, I did.
Hmm.
They said, well, it's good. I
Okay.
said, okay. So
Okay.
we got in the car and we drove up to UAB. And I was nervous, God. No, they told me that night, and I had to go the next day.
Okay.
So I was so nervous all night long. I couldn't sleep. You know that. I was happy, and then but I was still concerned because I know you like at Mayo. I told my girlfriend, I said, well, I knew this could happen. That
Mhm.
it may not be good, you know.
Right.
So we got down there, and they finally got me hooked up and everything, and they told me it was a go.
Mhm.
And then the surgeon told my cousin that I went through it very well, and he didn't have a whole lot to do.
Oh wow.
So I asked him, was it good? He said, it's a good kidney. And I said, okay. So that's all I needed to hear. But as usual, I wasn't surprised by the complications. But
Okay.
I didn't let that deter me because I
Okay.
know my body
Uh-huh.
and I know my God.
Oh, okay now.
So
Okay. Okay. I listen, we all have to be in tune,
yes,
with our bodies. And we know that we have faith in a higher power, and
yes,
everything is in his hands, in his timing.
in his
So
time.
it was his timing right now for you to receive it in 2022.
Mhm.
Now, I remember you telling me how much the medicine was.
$36,000.
My God.
Yes.
Wow.
But I didn't have to pay that.
Come on, God.
Look, I told him, I said, well, let me tell you something. I said, you all gave it to me. You need to take care.
Okay. Oh, tell
So
them.
they were going to either have to pay for it or I'd have to find some. And they worded me, my coordinator worded me deaf out trying to find somebody to pay
Mm,
for this.
mm.
And that to me, I didn't think was too fair because I had just had surgery.
You're right. You had enough
Right.
going on.
Right. And so I was overwhelmed. Plus, I was on all those steroids. So, I was crazy.
Right.
Oh
Right.
my God, I get crazy with those steroids. And I'm still on steroids, but not as many. I was taking 6 at the time. Now
Okay.
I take 2. And but when I was taking that 6, I told myself, you better give me some Xanax to go along with that. I said, because I
Okay.
am crazy.
Okay.
I mean, I could cry, I could go off on you and not even remember. I mean, and that's not me, and I didn't want to go there. But I
Okay.
found that out the hard way when I received my heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So knowing that some people, like some people I know, have had like a alter ego when it came to taking those medications.
Uh,
Sometimes they can change you, and you have to say that's not that person, that's that medicine. So forgive them, because
uh,
they know not what they do,
right.
because that medicine is just taking over them, taking over their body. Now, since you've received so many blessings with
Yes, blessing.
transplants, what personalities or what things have
Uh,
you noticed that's different when you receive these transplants?
well, with my heart, I noticed I had a sweet tooth all of a sudden, and I started
Okay.
eating a little bit more sweets. But honey, with this kidney, that person must have had a sweet tooth too, because all I want is milkshake, milkshake. I've been drinking. I've gained more weight drinking milkshakes just about
Mm.
every day,
My,
or
my,
ice
my.
cream and cake. And I mean, that's all I want. But now I've been cooking my vegetarian meals because I'm not much of a meat eater too much anymore.
Okay.
I made some okra. I like okra. I'm not particular about it being fried. I just like it boiled. And then I made a squash casserole, broccoli casserole, and corn, okra, and tomatoes.
Okay.
So I eat stuff like that.
Oh, what they call that? Succotash?
Well, I'm not sure if they call that succotash. I know it's what is it? Butter beans and corn I thought was succotash, but that could be a form of succotash too.
I
But
think so.
to
I
me,
don't
it's
cook.
more like going with gumbo.
Okay, I could do the gumbo, but
Yeah,
yeah, no, I don't like
yeah.
those other things. I don't like okra.
Oh, I
Take a
love it.
black card if you need to, but I'm not an okra fan. I
Then I
am.
put eggplant and asparagus and all that. I love all that.
See, and that's very healthy, and I'm gonna try
Yeah.
that. And I am gonna try that. So, Miss Thelma, what's
I eat
new?
a lot of fruit now. Thank God. I
Okay,
eat a lot of
okay,
fruit. I love it.
gotta eat the fruit. And I'm telling you, being from Miami,
Mhm.
I do not like the fact that I have to pay for mangoes.
Oh my goodness.
I do not like. I grew up with a mango tree,
Tree.
and then they're bringing these mangoes into Jacksonville from Mexico. I don't like it, but I'm gonna let
Mhm.
that go. I
Yeah.
just don't think it's fair that I have to pay
I don't think it's fair either.
for mango.
I don't
I
think
don't
it's
think
fair.
I like that. And the bullets. Now I love those. I
What?
love bullets.
What's that?
They're like grapes,
Oh,
and they're a
okay.
little round. They are round, but a little bigger than grapes. But they have a harder shell.
Well, do you
Um,
know something I found I really love is plum kites.
I might have had that once, but
Oh, that is delicious. I have some
I'm
in the
not sure.
refrigerator now. Uh,
Oh,
it's a cross between a plum and a either
apricot.
apricot or either
Okay.
cherries. I don't know, but it's good.
Well, since we speaking of food now, are there certain foods that you can't eat after your heart transplant and your kidney transplant? Are
Well,
you in that stage?
I know I can't drink grapefruit juice, which none of us can.
Okay.
Uh, and they told me I couldn't eat oysters, but I'm still wondering if I could eat fried oysters because I'm telling you, if I had known that when I got my heart, I would have eaten a bushel of them.
Oh,
I just like fried oysters, but some people say you can, some people say you can't, but I want to be on the safe side. I'm not trying to get bacteria to kill myself, you know.
right, right.
So and that's what oysters do provide is bacteria. And you know I
Okay.
like my conch salad because I love the Bahamas.
Ooh, come
But
on.
I can't eat the conch salad, but
Oh,
I can eat the cracked conch and I can eat the sauteed conch. So I'm all
okay.
right with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So everybody needs to understand that there are certain things after you
We
have a
need to stay away
transplant.
from a lot of sugar.
Okay.
And that seems like what I'm doing wrong right now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You love it. You
And
loving
but
this.
I just did my A1C day before yesterday. And it was 5.4.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so that was
Okay.
good.
Well,
Yeah,
be
matter
careful.
of fact, I got my flu shot and I've got
Okay.
my they wouldn't let me have
Uh-oh.
my because plan. Well, I finally got my Moderna booster bivalent booster,
Okay.
but they
Okay.
did give me the Embushure shot, ENVU SHELD, and
Okay.
that's a shot in both hips,
For
and I
what?
prefer that. It's 6 months of protection from COVID
And what is it
for
called again?
immune suppressant people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Embushure, something like that.
Okay. So listen, everybody that's had a transplant, let me know if you all are if you took that shot because that's new. I haven't heard
Well,
about that one.
they give you have to take two shots, one in one hip and one in the other hip. It burns a little bit, but I'm telling you what, I like that better than the arm because this left arm gets worn out with
Okay.
shots.
So that sounds like a steroid if it enters the hip and it burns. Because I
Yeah.
remember that when I was pregnant. Them giving you those steroid shots. So let's end on a good note, Miss Thelma.
Yes, ma'am.
What's next for
Always a good
you?
note. Pardon
What's next for you?
me? Honey, I'm ready to go on a vacation
Me
to
take
the
me.
islands. Look, I want the crystal clear blue water.
Wow.
And I haven't been able to go on out the country because not just because of COVID, but because I couldn't afford to pay for dialysis out of the
Okay.
country.
Okay.
I am planning my trip.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
And
Well,
you know what? I have planned it already. I paid for half of it. I
uh-huh.
didn't have the rest of it. I said, okay, I'm gonna wait till I get paid. But I sold some clothes and
Okay.
I was able to pay my way back.
Well, look at God. Won't he
Look
do
at
it?
God. You
Look
better
at
believe
God.
it.
Won't he do it? Well, let me tell you, Miss Thelma, I hope you have a grand time
Thank you,
on your
darling.
Caribbean vacation. I wish all teachers can go
I
on
wish.
a Caribbean vacation right now because this
And
teacher
look,
struggle.
I haven't thought about the money that when I get there, that I got to spend now. I'm gonna
Okay,
work on that.
we're gonna work on it.
I'm gonna work
Okay,
on that, but that's all right.
man.
You know,
Listen, y'all pray for teachers right
I
now.
know it.
Y'all just pray for us because it
I
is
do.
a
I
lot
do.
going on.
But I
And
want to just say a word to the people that are still waiting, because I have a very close friend, Chrisanne Hernandez,
absolutely, Chris.
Lynette, and a few others in my group. And Jeff has left us. Um, he's going on to bigger and better things. He's started a new chapter in his life, but he was very instrumental in helping me and many others.
Jeff Brown,
Yes, Jeff Brown.
Jared's brother.
I
Oh wow.
love Jeff Brown.
Okay.
And you know what? More power to him, because he's done his work.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he deserves every bit of success that he can get. So I'm
Awesome.
very happy for him.
Okay.
And I'm sure somebody will come forward to take his place. Like, who knows? It could be me.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
because I'm looking forward to doing something. After I get my vacation, I'll be ready to help do whatever I can to help others and to keep others in a positive mode. Because
Absolutely.
I don't want anybody to suffer this alone. Because I've done this alone. Let me tell you, I lost my caregivers.
That's tough.
I did.
That's tough.
Midway, and I was in the hospital by myself many times and many days. And
Wow.
I had to hire somebody to go with me until I back and forth, and that was expensive. And if it hadn't been for my GoFundMe account, which I still owe, but I still got them, as far as people are concerned. But I'm paying on it here and there. But if it hadn't been for that and the people helping me out, my friends from Rocky Mount, friends all over, even strangers I didn't even know, the people in my support groups and everything, they have helped me. And that helped me to get back and forth to Birmingham. It has helped me to pay the caregivers, because it was $25 an hour for a caregiver.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
It has helped me with medications. It helped me with so much. And I am so grateful to all of you for that. Everybody needs to have, but I'm by myself. And I'm going to tell you, I came home and had to heal by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And they dropped out for one reason or another. My cousin ended up getting a job. She had to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then my good friend, she just got burnt out. She's been
Right.
with my heart and everything. She's been
Mm-hmm.
there through everything. And then she had other things going on in her life.
Mm-hmm.
So there I ended up by myself. But you know what? All I did was kept faith and knew that God was going to protect me and take care of me.
Amen.
And
Amen.
a lot of times when you end up, I knew most of the time I would be on my own. And I
Mm-hmm.
have been for years. So I said, well,
Right.
God will give you the strength to carry on.
Absolutely. He
So
does.
don't think
I'm a
you're
living
alone.
testimony.
Because if
I'm a,
anybody can talk about being alone, I can tell you about being alone. But I came through this right after my surgery. I'm at home working for myself, trying to get food and everything. But my neighbors here at this center that I live in, the Senior Citizen Center, but it's independent living, they looked out for me.
Oh.
They brought me food. They called me, see if there's anything I needed. So you know what? God turned it around, and you never know where your help is going to come from.
Won't he do it?
He'll do it, darling.
Come
He sure
on.
will.
And so wonderful of you to thank them and show your
I am so grateful.
appreciation.
I
You
am so,
know,
and I'm grateful to my donor, although I don't know who he or she is.
okay. No, well, that is that still shows us that their kindness is still kind people,
Yes.
and love always win. No matter how hate tries to come in
Come
there,
in there.
love and
Get that
kindness.
devil, because we ain't got time.
Yeah, amen. Amen to that. Well, I want to thank you again because I promised I would not hold you long. I just wanted everybody to see a miracle. And anybody that's thinking that, hey, I can't get this, I can't get that for whatever reason, Miss Thelma has told you her medical history and what she's been through. And even through it all, somebody still saw fit to say yes to be an organ donor. And she is living and she's beautiful, and she's sitting right here in front of us. So, Miss Thelma,
Yes, thank
if
you.
there's anything else you would say to somebody, is there something that you could tell somebody that's on the fence about organ donation? What would you tell?
It is the most beautiful gift that you could do or give somebody. Donation, you know why? You don't have to carry this stuff with you. You know, why? When somebody else can live through you. And
Right.
that, to me, that's like a legacy.
I know.
You know, you're leaving a legacy.
Right.
So, you know, if you don't need that body part, why not give it up? If you're a living donor,
Mm-hmm.
people need living donors because living donor organs last longer and uh, are less likely to reject.
Amen. Yeah,
And
right.
I just ask that there were so many of us out here that need it. And if you could just find it in your heart, think if it was a loved one of yours. My sister was a donor and she was murdered in 2005.
No.
And we donated her organs. And
Mm-hmm.
today somebody lives because of her.
Amen. Well, I'm looking at the comments and I'm seeing some people on here. Tanisha asked, did it make you gain weight?
The meds, yes. Prednisone, yes. I've gained some weight, but I'm still not where I used to be a long time ago. I lost some when I first came out because I didn't have appetite, but then as time went on, my appetite came, and then it really came. I'm on iron. I'm anemic, so iron has made me eat, and eat. I'm not
Okay.
used to that iron, and that
Okay.
I attribute to my eating.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure. And hello, Daddy, and hello, Mr. Said Famous. And Tanisha, thank you for all the questions. I was making sure that Tanisha didn't have any more questions because Tanisha says she's on the list to receive a Hep C kidney as well.
Okay.
And Tanisha, I guess we'll have to find out in our groups what Jeff went to do because I don't know. But congratulations to
Sure.
him.
He didn't say.
Yeah, so she said he didn't say. So we're gonna end the show right now. But let me tell y'all something. This is still a September to remember from all of the guests that have come on the show. But next week I have the Murphys, the D9 family, the Alpha and Alpha Kappa Alpha, my soror, on the show. Next week, this is a husband and wife team coming on the show, and I would love for you to hear their amazing story about their transplant journey. So again, tune in next week for another great show, and we will welcome my soror and her husband, my brother Alpha and Alpha Kappa Alpha soror, the Murphys. So any last words, Miss Thelma? We're gonna head on out of here. Thank you again.
Thank you, LaShonda, for seeing me again, allowing me this opportunity to speak and maybe help somebody out there.
Absolutely.
And give them hope, but have faith. That's the
Have
only
it.
thing. Just have faith. A
Yeah.
little
Mustard.
seed of faith,
Little mustard seed of faith.
and
And
it can
it will
grow.
work out. Yeah, it will work out. And guys,
Yes.
you all I don't, are you back on social media yet, Miss Thelma, just in case somebody has questions?
No, I was waiting to after this show
Okay.
because I didn't want to give away anything earlier. So
Okay.
I'll be back on social media. I'm better. I'm ready to talk again and
Okay.
encourage people. And just if you need somebody just to make you happy, give you a little inspiration.
I'm
I'll
telling
do
you.
that. Yes.
I'm telling you, look at any video that she's done with me and look at her own live videos on social media, and you will get that. You will get just that. So, guys, tune in again next week for another episode of Transplant Talk with Nashonda. God bless you all, and good night. Here's my theme song by Mr. Frank Cleveland. Oh, and I forgot, happy birthday to everybody that had a birthday in September. Frank was the 17th. My daughter was the 16th. My
Happy
brother was the
birthday.
13th. Your birthday too?
No, I said happy belated birthday to all of them.
Yes. It was so many people. My aunt's birthday, I think hers was the 14th. There was so many people. My auntie Deidre and Soror. So happy birthday to you all and happy anniversary to anybody out there as well. God bless you all. Good night.
Good night.
I need just one more day, just one more hour to speak the truth to power. Life's not that long, just a few short hours. So make each minute count, make every second matter. Just give me one more day to get it right. I need just one more day.
Transplant Talk with Shonda, Thursday, 7 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube.